everybody. Welcome back to First to Know. I am joined with Linda Acker. You're going to be talking about Acker Night, which when I heard the name Linda Acker, I thought you must be the founder of Acker Night.
Nope, total coincidence.
That is crazy. That when you told me that, I was like, what?
You live in the area and you've got the last name Acker, you get involved.
I was wondering if you're like, oh, okay, these are my people. I need to be here, right? So
yeah, we're just a group of volunteers.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how long have you been involved with Acker Night?
This is my second year running it. And then the year before we were volunteers. Yeah.
Awesome.
So third year.
So they hooked you the first year, huh?
Yeah. They let me attend the first year so I could see what it's all about.
Get to know us a little bit, walk around and see. So when is Acker Night?
December 12th. It's always the Friday after the courthouse lighting. That way we have the beauty of the courthouse.
Good to know.
Yeah. So it's December 12th. Our opening ceremony is at 5:00 on Gurley Street. And then the event goes 5:30 to 8:30.
And what is Acker Night?
We are a musical showcase and we raise money to keep music in the schools. So that kind of a program is usually the first thing to get cut in schools. So if Prescott High School last year needed new marching band podiums. So we were able to give them money.
That's awesome.
And they bought, I think, 3 new podiums.
Awesome.
So the other ones were old and not safe for the kids. So we gave that, or we will give the teachers money for sheet music, or Bradshaw Mountain needed guitars. They were starting a guitar choir. So 35 acoustic guitars. And then they did a concert earlier this year. Was amazing. I mean, just all those guitars, it just sounded wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah. And then we put a tip bag in front of each performer. The money that you throw into the tip bag comes back to us. So the performers are, playing for free. The tip monies come back to us.
Wow.
And all of that money in the tip bags is what we use for private music scholarships for the kids. Earlier this year, we were able to give away 60 scholarships.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it might be kids that couldn't afford private music lessons. So it helps out.
So basically what happens is all of these participating businesses around the square, they have music. Because I remember I went a few years ago and there was cookies and hot cocoa and just a great day to do shopping.
Yeah. So the businesses are staying open later. They are paying to participate. And then the performers we put in there, like I said, for free, no charge. And it's bringing in more business for the stores, bringing in money for, our donation, that we can give to the kids and things like that to keep music in the schools.
Well, and it's so smart too, because, when you start doing your Christmas shopping, the first thing you think of is like, oh, I got to hit Amazon, or you hit the big stores, and you sometimes forget of these great little treasures that we have around the square and our local businesses. And what a great way to remind everybody hey, and something about the lights and the music and walking around, you're just so inspired and in the Christmas spirit. So that's awesome.
So when Acker Night first started 37 years ago, there were 8 businesses that participated. This year we have about 140. You will not be able to hit every single one, but our programs are out there already. So you can go to the visitor center and pick up a program, or go to Fancy That. They've got programs. You can start planning your evening, plan it now.
This is awesome. Do you have some sponsors, like businesses that sponsor the event that help kick that off?
Fancy That is our big sponsor. So she does the scarf sales every year. And this will be her 11th year selling scarves. And she gives us all the money, so she purchases the scarves and then gives us the money. The first 9 years, because we recognized them last year for their 10th anniversary. And the first 9 years, they had given us $100,000. Wow. Yeah. So amazing.
Wow.
So you're going to walk around that night and see everybody wearing the same scarf. So they've kind of been collector's items because she changes the color or the design each year. And and they're so soft. And this year she's charging $15 for them. So
that's such a great deal.
But she will start selling them at noon the day of. And then we'll have some at our information table on Gurley, and they sell out. Get your scarf early.
Well, and I don't have a scarf. I need a scarf. So this is brilliant.
My husband and I were we were out somewhere. I guess we were out to dinner. It's like, oh, look, that's an Acker scarf. Somebody was wearing one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All
And
these
then we do have some businesses. Purple Clover is selling fingerless gloves, and we get a portion of those sales. And then Wade's Furniture every year does raffles, and she gets more and more gift baskets. She's raffling off a couple of cow hides, and they're selling raffle tickets now. And then the fingerless gloves at Purple Clover are available now too.
This is great. I remember when I was a little girl, I wanted to play violin, and the schools didn't have violins to just give you, so you had to rent them. And my parents were probably smart, thinking, she's never going to commit to this, or she's not. And so I just never, so who knows?
Yeah.
Had I been able to. And then my granddaughter wanted to play violin. And I told, my daughter, was like, whatever we need to do to make that happen, she needs to play violin. And we were in Phoenix one day, and we went by Guitar Center, and we were going to grab a violin. And they're like, oh, you got to go over here to get one, whatever. She goes, well, I could have just got one free from school. And so they have loaner violins at school, which they didn't do that when I was in school, or, and so I'm sure it's because of programs like this that allow them to have these instruments. And
we did have Chino Valley High School a year ago, wanted to start an orchestra, and we gave them money so they can purchase instruments. So it's just, it helps the kids and helps the teachers, to be able to teach the kids.
But think about when we were in school, all of the cool, like there was home ec, and there was all of these wood shop and all of these cool things you can do, and how those programs now have just been whittled.
Yeah, they have.
Whittled away.
And we don't want to see that with music. It just, it helps the kids to learn so much by learning music.
We were at, what was it? The Mannheim Steamrollers a few weeks ago. And my granddaughter was sitting there with me, and she got little tears in her eye. And I said, are you okay? And she, oh yeah. Just my eyes were watering. And so during intermission, I told her, I said, sometimes when I listen to powerful music like that, it makes me cry. And she goes, me too. Like she just, and music is so important. If you're in a bad mood, you turn on music. You're in a good mood, you turn on music. It can turn your mood around and make your whole day.
Exactly.
The one thing that overwhelms me about Acker Night is parking.
And we have solved that problem.
Excellent. Tell me
last year, what we did is we made arrangements with Yavapai College to use their main parking lot. And we're going to do it again this year because it worked out so well. So main parking lot right off of Sheldon.
Okay.
And then we will have 3 school buses that will be rotating. Oh, yeah.
Fun. We get to go on a school
shuttle.
bus.
Yeah, free shuttle. My husband took it last year because he wanted to see what the time was. I don't know if it'd be the same this year, but it was about 5 minutes is what he waited. So,
which you're going to look for parking spaces, and then remember where you parked your car.
Yeah. So the shuttles will start running at 4:30, and then the last shuttle will leave the square at 9:30.
And they're just on a little rotation.
Yep. Constant rotation.
Because that would be my fear too. Like, oh, what if when I'm ready to leave, the shuttles every half hour or something, but it sounds like
it'll
it's going
be
pretty.
Where it drops you off is where it will also pick you back up to take you to your car.
Excellent.
And
so
we had a lot of good comments last year. People really liked it.
No excuses now.
Yeah.
Because weather is going to be better. I can
see up to Thursday, the day before, and it's looking good. So
I bet
long
you're
as
checking
every day, it's like, oh my gosh, and it's looking good. It looks like our high is mid 60s and the low is 40 the day before. So it's like, okay,
it can't change that much in a day. This is
you
Prescott.
So.
Weather never changes that quick.
Hope so.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited for this event. Every year I tell myself, I'm going to go this year, and the parking is what gets me. Honestly, it's like, I can be cold, but you're going from business to business. And there's so many people. It's not super, bundle up, but it's the parking. It's just, where do I park? I don't know where to go. So this is perfect.
We also have Mile High Middle School. We're using their track field for parking too, but that will fill up fast.
Yeah. So
the college shuttle might be the better, because there's so much room there.
When do you get to ride a school bus?
Exactly.
That is great. Yeah. So, okay. So next Friday and December 12th, and starts Acker Night 5:30 to 8:30. So there's an opening ceremony.
Opening ceremony at 5. We will have more food trucks this year. So if you can't get into a restaurant or don't have time to get dinner before you leave, we've got you covered. We're not going to let you starve.
And it's so beautiful out there. Yeah. It's so smart waiting till after the courthouse lighting. Let's pretend I'm not a business out there, and I'm not going out and I'm not putting money in a tip jar. how else can we help keep?
Yeah, if you can't
this
make
going?
it, we do have a donate button on our website, and our website is ackernight.com. You can just click on donate and choose your dollar amount. So it just makes it really easy. You just need a credit card.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for doing this. I'm
Mhm.
glad they roped you in.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in and talking to
It's a
me,
lot of
because
fun.
I always talk myself out of going every year because it's, I don't know where to park and it's going to be chilly. And then I regret it every year because I used to have to go for work. And so going into all is so fun.
Yeah.
Like in one business, you have jazz, another
Mhm.
business, they're playing
Yeah.
rock, another business, it's, just country.
And our program will list, we did it different this year. So I hope it's easier to follow. So we've got it listed by business alphabetical order, who's performing there and what the genre is. Then we have it listed by performer. So if you're looking for a specific performer, it will tell you where they're performing at.
Good. So if you start over here and you just happen to, like what I would do, just kind of go blindly down the square and then realize you missed a couple really cool bands that you wanted to hear. So
yeah. And we do have our program listing on our website also.
Okay.
And then we had somebody ask about, can you list it by street? So we put a little tab on there. So it's got listed by street. We're helpful.
Yeah.
And then you can find out the businesses that are participating have a window sign and it says who's performing in there. So
with 140 businesses, probably pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's a couple that, just aren't able to do it. But I'm excited. Yeah, you've got scheduled by performer, by business, by street sign, by map. This is great. So you guys, if you want to donate, go to ackernight.com. Go park at the college. Don't be a baby like me and use that as an excuse.
We also have our Facebook page too that we're starting to put a lot of tips for a successful evening. And it's just Acker Night for Facebook.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much again for doing this. This is just such a great event. You said 37 years?
37 years. And it is just run by volunteers. It's not a city event or anything like that. It's just a group of volunteers that put this on.
Yep. You don't need a ticket. Show up December 12th between 5:30 and 8:30. Be there at 5 if you want to see opening ceremonies. Park at the college. Shuttle in.
Yeah, you got it.
Eat. Everywhere I went, there was cookies. Just trays of cookies and hot cocoa. And guys will have a blast. Linda, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
We look forward to the event.
Thank you.
You're welcome.